With weather storms getting more severe, we should all have a radio that receives weather forecasts from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. With weather radio transmitters throughout the United States and its territories, it is the best way to get direct information about weather conditions in your area. To find the nearest NOAA weather station, just go to weather.gov/NWR/station_search. Enter your zip code, select your area, and you get a frequency number. Now you'll need to get a radio that can receive NOAA reports. Ideally, you will place it in an area of your home where it's easy to hear and see. Unfortunately, most of these emergency radios look better suited for the garage, a storm shelter, the bottom of a backpack, than in the kitchen or a living room. If only there was an attractive looking radio that could provide NOAA alerts and would work when the power went out. Well, thanks to C. Crane, there is. This is the CCRSTBT. The illustration on the box shows us a radio with a modern look. Opening the box reveals a README one sheet along with a warranty registration card, a single language 43-page instruction manual. Also included in the box is a USB charging cable, but no power adapter, an audio line in cable, and a lanyard. Finally, we get to the radio, and it's a beauty. It's a plastic case wrapped in soft rubber, giving it a nice grip and some contrasting color. The unit measures 6 inches wide, 3 inches tall, and 2.5 inches deep. The telescoping antenna extends out to 25 inches. Starting in the front, we have a circular speaker grill that covers a 2-inch, 3-watt speaker. Over from that is the approximate 2 by 1 inch amber lit LCD display, which provides 1/2 inch tall letters for time and frequency. It also shows battery status, memory page number, memory number, signal strength, band indicator, alert activation, beep indicator, alarm status, stereo indicator, sleep timer, and lock mode. The 2 soft buttons to the right allow you to tune up or down the dial. Holding the buttons will enable it to scan to the next station. Below that are the 5 station presets. Programming them is as simple as holding down the button for 2 seconds and it'll learn the station that you're on. Next is the padded volume control, which is rotated from the front and not the side. Turning over to the right side, we see a cover that protects the aux input jack. Here you can plug in another audio source to utilize your radio as a speaker. Below that is a micro USB that is used to power the radio or charge the lithium-ion battery. To the right of that is a battery selection switch, which allows you to select either the 3 AA batteries, which are not included, or the lithium-ion battery as a power source. Below that is a USB port, which can be used to charge your cell phone. And finally, the last port is a stereo headphone jack. Moving to the top, we have a power button, which also doubles as a sleep timer. A simple long press activates the timer with several preset values. I like that you can engage the sleep function regardless of whether the radio is on or off. Above this is the Bluetooth button that allows connecting to a Bluetooth playback device. Next to that is the 1 3/4 by 3 3/4 solar panel that will power the radio and recharge the battery. Of course, no emergency radio would be complete without a flashlight, and this C. Crane is no exception. This no-gimmick LED flashlight provides a simple beam. While not very bright, it's enough light to get you through the darkness. An added feature is that the power button for it actually glows in the dark. Our last button enables switching through the bands, AM, FM, and weather. The antenna sits in its own pocket, and there is a cutout that provides for forward tilting. On the left side, we have an LED lamp, and below that, a place to attach the included lanyard. On the back side is the Dynamo Crank, which can be turned in either direction. 90 seconds of winding will provide about 8 to 13 minutes of radio time. While the Dynamo can recharge the battery, a fully depleted battery will require 10 plus hours of winding. However, it is faster than the solar panel, which can take up to 42 hours of sunlight. But in reality, a day's worth of sunshine will provide the radio with about 10 plus hours of operation. With a charged 18650 battery, which is included, you'll get 50 hours of operation. And using 3 AA batteries will provide about 40 hours of power. So you'll probably never end up with a dead radio. To the right of the crank is the battery compartment, which I find very difficult to open. While the lithium battery will last you for many years, it should not be this difficult to get into this compartment. A simple thumb screw or a slide cover would have been better. On the underside of the cover is a cheat sheet for some handy functions. The bottom of the radio has no feet, but the grippy surface will prevent it from moving, and the wide stance will prevent it from easily tipping over. Enough of the features, let's listen to the radio. First, the weather band reception. I live in a mountainous area where reception can be a challenge, so for comparison, we're going to take a listen to the Uniden Trunk Tracker 4.
Monday, sunny. Highs in the mid-80s. Northeast winds around 5 miles an hour. Monday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 60s. Southwest winds around 5 miles an hour. Tuesday, sunny. Highs in the upper 80s. Northwest winds around 5 miles an hour. Area. Wednesday, sunny. Highs in the upper 80s. Wednesday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 60s. Thursday, sunny. Highs in the upper 80s. Thursday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the mid-60s. Friday, mostly sunny. A chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon.
Comparing FM and AM sound quality, we're going to use the Sony ICF780. It's actually an unfair contest because the Sony has a much bigger speaker.
Choice Graphics is your Richardson hat store. First Choice offers embroidered patch, and leather look patch hats too. They're your middle and high school apparel store. Their online store is schoolspirit.store. First Choice Graphics, a full-line Tervis Cup dealer too. They create logos for your business or nonprofit at First Choice Graphics, 720 Spartanburg Highway. Flat Rock Vision and Pisgah Vision announce their all-new location, Columbus Vision. Now open inside Carolina Ophthalmology in Columbus, North Carolina. Columbus Vision is open Wednesday through Friday. Of course, Flat Rock Vision is open Monday through Friday, as is Pisgah Vision.
I was climbing the Matterhorn only last Thursday. There were actually lovely people climbing the Matterhorn. They had no rope. When they reached almost the top of the Matterhorn, where they both managed to lose a crampon. I mean, how? I will never quite fully understand. They were there teaching around on snow and ice without crampons on, without a rope. Not only are they in danger, but they are endangering other groups on the mountain as well, because if they were to slip off and fall and hit a guided party, chances are they're going to kill the guided party as well. These are the sorts of things that we are constantly seeing. People that don't have the experience are going up in bad weather, going up perhaps ill-equipped, going up too late in the day.
Good morning,
Yes.
second-time caller, Bill. Listening since you were maybe on one radio station. Now I was looking the other day at all your syndication.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to start with my question because my favorite part of your show is when you keep asking questions and nobody answers your question. And then you can fill in the gaps if you need it. Does a verbal contract from a debtor who has substantiated it with emails and text messages, does the clock start after the statute of limitations has run out if the acknowledges he still owes the money?
Yeah, if he acknowledges and says, I owe you the money, you got a new clock.
As you can hear, despite the Sony having the advantage of a larger speaker, the C Crane holds its own and actually sounds better to me than the Sony. It definitely can tune in the stations better with its digital tuning than the Sony can with its analog, which tends to drift. I also discovered that the C Crane was more sensitive to distant stations, being able to pull those in, whereas the Sony could not. Along with the basic features that we've already discussed, this radio does a whole bunch of other things. You can control your Bluetooth play function with these controls. Another thing you can do, and a more important thing, is let's say there's a storm in the area and you're concerned that it could get serious, so you want to be alerted if it does get serious, but you don't want to sit there monitoring NOAA. So what you can do is turn on the radio, switch over to the NOAA weather band, make sure it's on the frequency that for your area, and then you push the band button, and it lets you select hours that you want to monitor. So right now it's set for 4 hours. And now I can switch bands and go and listen to something else. I can even turn off the radio, and if there is a NOAA weather alert within the next 4 hours, the radio will come on and give me an alert. And you can easily tell if the radio is in alert mode because the display panel will flash every few seconds to let you know that it's monitoring for a weather alert. Should NOAA issue an alert, the radio will beep for up to 2 minutes to let you know. To listen to the alert, simply press and release the red power button. If you wish to deactivate the alert, simply press and hold the band button for 3 seconds, and you'll see the off indicated on the display. At the end of the day, I'm impressed with what C Crane has been able to accomplish with this radio. You get digital signal processing, multiband AM, FM, weather alert. It can set a sleep timer. You can set an alarm with it. It's quite versatile. It takes multi-modes of power. You can either use solar, you can use the included lithium battery, you can add 3 AA batteries, you can use the dynamo, or you can use an external power source. So lots of flexibility in that. Plus it's able to charge your cell phone in an emergency. And there's more to this radio, which is why the manual is a little bit on the thick side. But for the price, the look of the radio, which is very different than all the other radios that are out there that are emergency related, this is the kind of radio that could sit in your living room, in your kitchen, where it's always available to give you a weather alert, yet functions beautifully as just a standard AM or FM radio. The only negatives for me with this radio is the battery cover. I just find it very difficult to get into, unnecessarily difficult to get into. Other than that, it's a very well designed. Speaker quality is amazing for its size, and we've only heard this radio with the low audio output. There's the ability to switch it to a higher output so you can even get more volume out of this if you need it to. For most cases, the lower setting is great, plus it saves on battery. All in all, a radio that I can definitely recommend that serves both as a nice piece of electronic device that can sit in your home and could be a lifesaver when weather gets foul. If you found this video interesting or useful, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, join the subscription team, and as always, thank you ever so much for watching.